Well, you know how I do 3 videos a day normally? And believe me, I could do more than that with the amount of crap that's going on, but I can't dedicate my life to millions of videos and leave my family out of it. You know, my wife needs a husband, my kids need a dad, you know, to spend some time with them doing something, you know. But anyways, after I did my 3 videos last night, and for those new people who don't know, I do my videos every night around 8, 9 o'clock in the evening. I upload them, and you can schedule them on YouTube to go live like whenever. So I always choose 8 a.m. the next morning. This is all Eastern time. So I was done with all that. You know, I did my videos, and a lot of times after I'm done doing my videos, I'll still kind of poke around, you know, before I kind of call it a night, go up there with the wife, you know, watch some TV, lay in bed, whatever. And just, you know, anything new, because a lot of the stuff I'm doing videos on is stuff I found during the day, to send myself an email, hey, do a video on this one, you know, this is an interesting story. So from that time during the middle of the day to the end of the day, there may have been some things that, you know, some newsworthy stuff that has happened that I just didn't catch, whatever, to do a video on. So I'm checking out some sites last night, and it was kind of an obscure little catch someone did, or someone caught, I should say. And they played like a maybe 2 or 3 minute clip of Donald Trump. You know, he was just giving a speech recently, and he said something along the lines which raised massive red flags for me, good red flags, by the way, that he's going to go after these pedophiles. He did not use the word pedophile. He certainly did not say anything about the word or anything close to Pizzagate, but he did say this child trafficking stuff, it's really bad, it's out of control, we're absolutely going to do something about this, we have to stop this. It's in America too, you know, it's everywhere, it's in America also, you know. He kept talking like that. And so that's interesting, because when he was campaigning to become the president, he didn't mention anything about that, because he mentioned all the other problems. You know, the markets are overvalued. You know, we don't have the funding to do stuff. We have crumbling infrastructure. We've got a border problem, healthcare, unaffordable, you know, all that. He touched on all the points, but he didn't really say anything about some kind of, you know, the child trafficking thing. When I'm president, I'll take care of the child trafficking. Like, most people would be like, I didn't even really realize there was a child trafficking issue. What is he talking about, right? You'd have been feeling that way. Now, you and I, on the other hand, would not have felt that way, because we know about this crap. But I thought, and the person commenting on the little video clip said, hey, is this his way of like mentioning, hey, I know about Pizzagate and I'm gonna go after these people? It's real, but I can't dare say that, because if I use that word on national TV, I'll look like a loony. And to be honest, I think that's a very acute observation by whoever it was that commented that. And I think they're right. And it reminds me again of when Trump was campaigning, and he picked up the phone and called InfoWars Alex Jones and said, Alex, if I win, if I become president, your people are really going to like me. And when I heard that, it didn't take me but maybe a few milliseconds to think, oh, hell no. He knows about the stuff we know about. The conspiracy stuff that we dare not talk about on Facebook or out loud, especially a person like him or anyone running for office would never mention some of those things. You'd look like a loony. But by him saying it that way, your people are really going to like me. Well, what are his people? His people are conspiracy theorists who believe what Alex Jones talks about, and 9/11 was an inside job and all this, right? Perhaps Sandy Hook stuff. Orlando Pulse. Let's not forget, the lady who lost her only son by the killer showed up at a rally for Hillary Clinton and gave a speech, only to be followed by 2 or 3, I think, days later in Orlando when she came here. The shooter's father is sitting behind her in the bleachers that are off limits to everybody else. And you're going to tell us we're crazy for thinking things like you know, these are freaking hoaxes and these are highly classified, you know, operations made to look real that aren't. It's a theory, doesn't mean we could be wrong. We could be wrong. But I don't think we are. So, in stuff like that, Donald Trump could never come out and say anything about any of that while campaigning, and can't say anything about it now while he's president. Oh, this guy's lost his marbles. We're going to have to impeach him. So what does he say? He don't dare say Pizzagate. He doesn't even use the word pedophiles. Child trafficking. It's an epidemic. We got problems in the world. There's a big child trafficking issue we've got to take care of. I'm going to take care of it. It's also in America, he said. Hint, hint. It's also in America. Oh, really? Makes you wonder if John Podesta and folks are sweating bullets right now. So anyways, I found that little nugget. That was a gold mixed with silver nugget that I didn't see anyone else commenting on as far as videos and stuff go. I just saw the one video. And it wasn't like on a main site that I normally check for, so I think it may have been on Rents buried somewhere on one of the links or something. But I thought, man, interesting. What do we have here? Then I listened to the speech. Again, it was 2 or 3 minutes. And now that I've kind of gotten to know how Trump operates, and I said before, he's picking all these people that we say, whoa, what about not that guy, not Goldman, no, not this guy, not the oil cartel guy, whoa. But what did the oil cartel, Mr. Rex Tillerson, do? He just cleaned house, and it ain't done yet, in the State Department on the so-called 7th floor group, which is also called the shadow government by an FBI person that had the document that we all got to see. I talked about it in October last year. I just very recently did a video about that saying, hey, they just got rid of the 7th floor group, the AKA shadow government. So, anyways, he's stealthfully, if you will, cleaning house. And he can't say certain things the way we would like him to say it, to just say, look, I know these things are fake, and I know these people committed fraud and treason. I'm going to go after them. They're pedophiles, I'm going to nail them. And then name Podesta, I'm coming for you. Nope. He's just keeping it hush-hush, barely mentioning what he might possibly be talking about. But those of us who are paying attention, I think we can see what he's talking about, which is why I'm doing this video right now. I think he picked those people. Like I said, we have to sit back and watch. But I think he picked them for what, you know, again, he's a smart man for whatever reason. Maybe to pull a fast one of the club. Oh, he's going to pick some more Goldman guys. Oh, he's going to pick an oil guy. We got him surrounded by our guys. No problem. The status quo will continue under Trump. And then they're finding out, even though they've picked some of these guys, Trump is still telling them, no, this is what I want. No, listen to me. This is what I want you to do. Oh, yes, Mr. President, I'll do it. And maybe they got to tell their buddies, Mr. Trump, President Trump is not letting me, how do I say, advise him? He's actually advising me, and since he's my boss, guys, I gotta do X, Y, Z. You know, maybe at the very least, he's tipping some of them off. Guys, I gotta do what he's telling me to do. And not at the very least, that he's picked these people who may have been around Goldman Sachs and appear to be these club people, but actually aren't. They've been in the industry, they just happen to be in the industry, rubbing shoulders with these people, but don't necessarily believe in their belief system, if you know what I mean. They're not New World Order people. Maybe that's a possibility. Honestly, I don't know, and for the purpose of this conversation, it doesn't really matter. What matters is, what is the action? What's the old saying? Actions speak louder than words. So if actions speak louder than words, we should be seeing some things. And my goodness, we are. He just cleaned house on the 7th floor shadow government group. That is insane. That was a massive play. And as you know, he's going to have a Supreme Court pick, the guy he wants to go in there. Not another liberal left. We're going to go, and again, I understand it's going to be 5-4 rulings, but a win is a win. So everything we stand for, constitutional-wise, freedom, conservative, libertarian, whatever you feel in that general area of politics or that general belief system, It may be a 5-4 ruling, but it's still a win, right? You could win 73 to 72. It's still a win. 1 point difference, doesn't matter. You still won, right? So anyways, I wanted to share that with you. And if you're wondering where the hell I'm driving to, I'm not driving to work yet. I keep telling you about those damn Bob Evans biscuits and gravy. I'm going to Bob Evans to get me some biscuits and gravy. And because I like my buddy Frank so much, I get him a thing of biscuits and gravy too. Because we are always chatting at lunch about what the hell's going on. I told him, I said, Frank, one day, we gotta do a video. The people have asked about you. The subscribers have asked a couple of times, what if Frank, bring him on one day? And damn it, we're gonna have to do that one day. So I did tell him, look, one day you're coming on. Oh yeah, we'll make something work out. All right, one of these days. And even if it means me using this camera in the car on the way to lunch or on the way back from lunch or something, you know, so be it. I mean, I could even bring a little stand possibly, and you know, while we're eating lunch, just kind of film the conversation we're having while we stuff our fat faces. But I don't know if you want to see us stuffing our fat faces and chatting. What we do best, right? So, anyways, I'm at Bob Evans to get me some biscuits and gravy now. And so yeah, it was interesting. It was very short. Now he had a longer speech, but on that particular section, I'm talking about Trump. When he got into that, I didn't catch it at all until I saw the link online. They took me right to it. Oh, interesting statement. And again, now that I'm seeing how Trump is operating, he's doing the things that I would expect him to do, but not doing it in the way we all would have thought, which would be vocally, telling us, using words that are clear to us, everybody, what he's doing. And he's using words that aren't exactly clear to most people, but are very clear to me and you. So for that, I say this is a good thing. And I just wanted to share that, because that to me means when I'm going after this child trafficking thing, we're going to do it. That tells me he's going to go after these people. The people, the club, the Pedestas, etc. Which also lets me know if he's going to go to that level, and they're probably not stupid either, and if I was them and I saw his speech when he said that, I would know what that meant. Oh yeah, I would definitely know what that meant. And been pissed off because I can't really yell angrily at other congressmen friends of mine that go impeach him for what he's suggesting. Pizzagate, that's a conspiracy. Oh, he didn't use that word. He just said child trafficking. We do know child trafficking happens. So if the club is worried now that Mr. Trump, Mr. President Trump, is going after them, I don't want to use the assassination word, but do you understand what's on line for these people? If he's really going to go after them, at the top even, no matter where the law goes, where it travels. And I was just listening to the radio before I started this video, and there had a guy on. I turned it on while he was already speaking, so I'm not sure who he was. I think he might have been someone from Congress or administration or something. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, 100% sure. And he said something about, or one of Trump's, advisors, whatever, and he mentioned whoever the hell it was, and said Trump, to do this or whatever, and Trump replied back to him, look, I promised the American people this is what I was going to do, so I'm going to do it. And he said that's what he's doing. He was advised to maybe not do that, and he said, no, I promised the American people. This was not something Trump said that you could catch on TV or an audio bite. This is an insider person that was there, whatever, that heard the conversation, and Trump flat out said, no, I promised the American people what I'm going to do about this, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it. Not in a mean way. Just, no, thanks for the advice, but no, I'm going to do it this way. That is a great sign, but that's not a great sign for the club and their minions. And their minions are the pedophile people, etc., in my opinion, based off of the things I've already seen and read. So they have a vested interest in stopping this man at any cost. So I only hope that the stars are in alignment for Donald Trump to stay alive, not be assassinated, and continue what he's doing and really clean house. Like, oh my gosh, thousands of pedophiles have been arrested, and by the way, 3/4 of them are in government in some way, shape, or form, etc. That's what I want to hear one day in the near future. Take care.